Did you see Miley Cyrus drop herself in it with her preference remarks showing underlying transphobia?
I didn't. Why don't you fill me in on that one? I'm not up on my Miley Cyrus gossip.
Let me tell you. This is in out.com by Mae Rude. Not sure if that's a real name.
So this is the gay press.
Is out.com the gay press?
It will. Well, it sounds a bit gay.
That's only you can say that. Miley Cyrus is making waves with new comments about her sexuality. In a new interview, she not only says that she prefers women to men, but also attempts to explain why. Girls are way hotter, we know this, the 28-year-old bisexual said in an interview with SiriusXM's Barstool Radio. Everyone, I think, can agree that from ancient times, dicks make wonderful sculptures. Other than that, I'm not as interested. I like dicks as art pieces and sculptural. I love the shape. I think it looks really good on a table. The singer continued, it's good if I can just get it in and go away because I don't want it eyeing me up. That's how I truly feel. I really feel good about saying that. She dug in even deeper, adding, everyone knows that tits are prettier than balls. That's what ended up making female relationships make more sense to me. And then this cuts back to Mae Rude. I wish that I could say this news makes me excited and proud to be a woman and a lesbian, but Cyrus's quote is littered with transphobia. This kind of gender essentialism was left behind by most of the queer community years ago. Genitals do not equal gender, and Miley should know this. And then it just keeps on going in an age where TERFs are more vocal than ever. People like Miley believe that genitals determine gender. Trans women and girls are often considered to be in public spaces. Trans women should be kicked, blah, blah, blah. This isn't the first time she's gotten in hot water. She seemed to imply that being gay is a choice. I don't think that Miley meant to traffic in TERF talking points, but the fact is she did. And should know better. The stakes are too high for someone with as big of a spotlight on her as accidentally spreading this sort of rhetoric. Miley, I love you, but I'm going to need you to make this right. And I'm sure that Miley Cyrus really took that to heart.
I'm sure. The incredible entitlement of that kind of article is insufferable, isn't it? And it's not only actually did I read that, I tweeted about it. So when I said I hadn't heard of it, it's because I read this stuff every day. That
it could have been anyone talking about anything.
I mean, the idea that if you find breasts more attractive than a scrotum, that is a TERF viewpoint. That phrase is just ludicrous anyway. TERF. That it is in some way transphobic. You see this all the time. Genital preferences are transphobic. No, they're not. They're obviously not. But I shouldn't have to say it. It's obviously not the case. That is true. I mean, and also the idea. Listen to what she said in the article. The queer community left this behind years ago. Most gay people have genital preferences. Sorry to break this to you. The vast majority, you've clearly never been on a cruising ground. I tell you what, because it is very, very much about the genitals. And don't you tell me that suddenly people are blind. They're blind to what is in the underwear department. They don't care. Are you kidding? Go on Grindr.
That's all they care about.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing that I saw there was it was like we talk about grievance hierarchies, right? It was like the hierarchy of different things that she'd done. So I kind of had it in my head. I could imagine this kind of like quite haughty foreman working, like looking over a building site, and he's like looking, and he goes, feminism, women, yeah, check. Lesbian, yeah, women, check. Oh, we're looking good here, mate. Oh, you haven't quite got it right. You didn't quite get it right on the transphobia, did you? I'm gonna have to. I'll give you a B-, and you can hand this in at reception, and we'll see if we can get you back next week. Do you know what I mean? You're like, it's like some sort of calling card.
I mean, for one thing, like it's such a shame we even have to discuss. Like the article sounds banal, doesn't it? It sounds. Why do I care what Miley Cyrus thinks about tits? I don't care about that. It's really not interesting. I can pretty much guarantee I've got no interest in anything she's got to say. But that really takes a bit. So why am I even having to talk about this? Well, it's because journalists are sifting through everything that people say and trying to find some way to turn it into an offensive comment. How boring! What a boring existence this person must have. And